Hey y'all, let me just get this. There's no clip on here. Yeah, that right there. Hopefully y'all can hear me. So, why would I start a new project out with the topic of death? Well, it's easy. These roses symbolize things that were once beautiful to me, things that once made me happy, whole, and fulfilled. And just like all good things, they had to come to an end. Now, I'm more of a writer, and it's easy for me to go off the dome, but I can also go off track. So I got what I'm gonna put down and put out. Okay, watch advisory. This is a woo-woo space. By woo-woo, I mean things that are seen as non-religious, esoteric, astrology, spirituality, connecting with the earth type shit. It can go into tarot and other things. Nothing that would bring anyone harm. So if you're anti any of that, you should probably check out now. If you are or you're open-minded to it, get comfy. Welcome to the garden. So I pulled some cards for assistance. Now here's a pic of what I pulled. Yeah. And I can't call myself an expert reader, but I could see things for what they were. And at the moment, I saw what it was, and what it was clear. It was definitely uprooting from things that I've been taught. I've been on a journey of deconstruction since 2018, probably since, yeah, 2018. And it's giving uprooting from what I've been taught. She's no longer the young woman, she's grown. And maybe I've been moving as the child in the picture, maybe the fool even, but she's grown now. Now she has to learn her own way. And while I was reading, I kept hearing Protector by Beyonce. I forget what it's called when you hear music. I get my downloads from music majority of the time, whether it's music that's already out there by another artist or by a song that I wrote. Cowboy Carter, the whole album is fire, but specifically the line where she goes, and even though I know one day you're going to shine on your own, I will be your protector. That was like some divine shiznit, because you got the elderly right now, and I'm without a grandparent, but my nana, I feel like she's my divine protector right now, along with some other people, but bigger, just because it's woman to woman, and the chorus and the song, it all just made sense. Everything was it was clicking for me, and I understand what I do may cause disruption in my circle, but I'm not growing by hiding who I am. I think that's been my biggest growth stunt, is not being who I am fully of a side. And this is the year of endings. I know y'all been seeing it everywhere with the year 9, 2025. As of today, the idiot in chief then some missiles, but that's another day. That's another story. And it's the end of that era, the childish era. It's the ending of many eras. Honestly, in my creative journey, I started out with a podcast on Anchor when it was Anchor, and it was called Mommy Are You Woke? And it was more of a parenthood focused podcast. And maybe a few months in, I felt the need to channel it more into my creative side. And that's when I came up with the chaotic creative end. That was my baby. That was my baby. And I love Mommy Are You Woke as well, but the chaotic creative just felt like it called out to me so strong. And I had never been consistent with anything. in my life other than that podcast. Around year 3 is when things started getting a little inconsistent. Life be life. And then I decided to do a farewell series. And they were called the Final Four. I got 3 done. I got 3 recorded, and I put those 3 out. I never put out episode 4. Of course, a train will come. If y'all hear clacking in the background, that's my ice maker. Need that. But yeah, that was supposed to end New Year's 2024. And here we are halfway into 2025. And I'm realizing why I never finished it. I've put so much time and creativity to it and sweat and tears and had guests, and I would always hype myself up to be like, you know what, we're gonna get to it one day. Let's just take a break. And the breaks got longer and longer, and then I just realized, man, I think we're done with this for real. And now it's the grieving part of it. And just like healing isn't linear, neither is grief, because I went straight into the negotiation stage of it. Like, maybe if I spruce it up and do this, maybe I can bring it back. I can do like Mom Where You Work, or I can revamp it. I actually uprooted it from Spotify and moved it to YouTube and did maybe 6 to 10 episodes while in the 2 years of having the channel. The 2 year anniversary just passed on it. And then I got an email from YouTube saying that my handle or something was being disabled because I hadn't used my platform in over a year. Bitch, my flappers were gasted. A year? I haven't touched this project in a year. Yeah, she gone. She gone. And of course, the sadness came with it. But again, grief isn't linear. And just like old roses, we got to accept when things are past their expiration date. Like, are you staying in places where you're not supposed to be at? I have many of times. Are you conforming yourself to keep a piece of peace in your life, or just to keep the ground steady? I have. As of recent, no, but I have. What are you saying no to keep everyone else happy? I can't answer that question anymore. I can't say no to myself anymore because it's self-denying. It's shrinking me on the spiritual level. On the physical level, it's causing weight gain, but on the spiritual level, it's shrinking me, and I don't like either one, for real, for real. And there was something once beautiful to me, and I didn't want to let it go. I didn't want to let it go. As hard as it is for me to do it, it has to go. It kicked back my creative start at 33 years old. No, I started that at 20, 29, I believe. 28 or 29, it doesn't really matter, but it kickstart my creative outlet, and I've been searching for that for years. I let it die. I did inner child work, and I figured out that my inner 15 to 17-year-old self is pissed. I stopped being creative around that age because life was lifing. I had kids at that age, and around 19 is when I really stopped creating anything out. It was just like straight on motherhood, and then I got married, and then life be life, and you're gonna hear that a lot. And if you answered yes to any of those questions or phrases I said, it's okay. That's okay. You're okay, because nothing's linear. I'd rather work smarter than harder these days. and saying yes to myself is working smarter. So, a bit of a release. This is to lost opportunities, the need for control, holding on to people because of longevity. That's no longer it anymore. Allowing invasive places, spaces, people to grow around me. There were weeds that went back in there. Devil be gone. The notion that I have to work hard, that if I work hard at something, I'll get it. That just sounds too close to the American dream. Use discernment. Compliance to keep peace. Old habits. Memory. Failed marriage. A version of me that can no longer survive. The chaotic creative. Oh, my feelings hurt. I already cried, and I'm not gonna cry on camera, but alright, cool. Now that we got that out the way, without further ado, I officially welcome you. Subscribe to Bloom Radio. Nobody can touch me but me. I was born free. Hey flowers, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're growing, I hope you're flowing, and I hope you're great today. But before we get into the video, let's get into some garden etiquette. Check your energy before you step in here. If you find that the garden isn't for you, just uproot, take what's necessary, and share with a friend. Now it's time to bring out the big boy notes. So Bloom has been in the works for a few months. The idea was inspired by Duran Bernard's album Bloom, and that album resonated so deeply with me. I started seeing the word bloom everywhere. Maybe that's just the theme of the year, but it's definitely given that it's the theme of my life. Like I would see it to the point of like angel numbers. Y'all know what angel numbers are. I would see bloom everywhere, radio, advertisements, social media. I walked into Dollar General and I went in the store 5 seconds. I looked to my left. There was a vase with bloom written across it. I got what all right, let's get into it. What is it about? Now I had like a general definition of what bloom meant, but for the sake of it, I said let's get into some more variations. Let's dig deeper into the word and the etymology of it. Okay, etymology is saying the blossom of a plant, rough mass of wrought iron. I don't know, but that shit sounded tough for real. A flower, a flowering state, rapid and excessive growth, a state of time or high development or achievement, a rosy appearance of the cheeks, to flourish, a full musical sounding. All that beautiful stuff. I don't know. The word is beautiful and it was calling out to me. So there went bloom. I have a 9-year-old that's up and it's like 2 a.m. recording this. And at the time that I was realizing all of this, it was what, May? We were in the middle of Taurus season and I created a Taurus season shadow worksheet for people that don't know astrology. I do that too, but we'll talk about that later. And it hit me like, boom, Taurus, boom. I'm an 11th house Taurus. No planets. That's just my 11th house. And for people who aren't hip to astrology, your 11th house entails your life regarding your community, social media, charity works, and wishes that are hoped for. And what you gain from your 10th house, which is like career and stuff. And I was like, sure, put two and two together. I said, Bloom makes so much sense now. What if this is the way that I reach out? Because I have been talking to God about how can I serve and how can I be in my community and how can I work, quote on work. I don't have a dream job. I don't wish to work. I don't want to work. Nobody does. I'm here to be a creative. And that's hard in this 3D world, but it can be done. And I said, if I could be paid for my creativity, I don't think that would be work because they're just saying is if you love what you do, are you even working? And I asked myself that and I said, no. If I were doing this for free, helping people for free, and it was my calling, I'd be a happy person. And boom, which is hoped for. Maybe this is it, maybe it isn't. But this is the first time in my life I'm going to take those things serious because in full recording, in that Bloom definition, I'm a writer. I'm a rapper. I'm a singer. That is a Bloom. Youthful glow and healthy, resounding. I'm working on my health. At first, it was dealing with mainly holistic things, and then I tried doing it full medical. Now I'm where I have to do both. That's going to be my Bloom as well. That's going to be my youthful, evolving blossom. That'll be recorded here too. That's part of my journey. Bloom is a journey. It's taken me 17 years to realize that music is my actual calling. And maybe I let age stop me. I let parenthood stop me. It's the only thing that I haven't taken serious. So why not? I think this shit gonna blow. I'm gonna have a Grammy. And I'm gonna screenshot that clip. And 17 years to realize that I'm a late bloomer. And that's okay. I've stunted my growth in more ways than I like to admit, and that's okay. Bloom Radio is a space where you can grow at wherever stage that you're in. Getting your hands dirty in the mud and soil ain't pretty, and neither is growth. But what we produce from there has the potential to be amazing. And I, for one, want to see where the potential goes versus just imagining and what if. Every petal I drop was months and years of pain I held on to mentally, physically, and that's okay. It's like an old weed. You got to get rid of the bad to produce the good, you know. You are a flower. You are a plant. You are a fruit, a veggie. You are whatever you seed. You are whatever you plant. Bloom is an intention, okay? It's more than a channel, it's an intention. Bloom is a rebirth, especially for me because I intentionally added the E to radio to honor the former creative that was the chaotic creative who was Rachel D. Because without her, there would be no me. Me today is DLB, the late bloomer. I guess it kind of got a little spin on it because I'm about to lose the weight like D Pound. DLB. I don't know. I just be coming up with shit. But right now, the creative is DLB. Y'all, I'm so sleepy. And the mic died. Rude. Well, now we're in summer solstice, and I have decided to plant my seed now. There's no timestamp. And I know we work with nature. I work along with nature. Things can still grow in the summer. Things can grow in the fall, winter. Most things go through the regular cycle. But us, are we even a regular people? I'm not from here. I know where I'm going. I'm D and evolving artist. I'm Rachel, an evolving parent, sister, friend, businesswoman. I am mother. I'm so tired, y'all. I went to sleep. I took a little nap and I checked what I did so far, and I'll be damned, the mic died like right at the end. So this part is actually a re-record. It is my intention that everybody that comes across my platform is inspired to grow, that is inspired to share, inspired to create. And before I hop off here, and it better work this time, our show's quote will be from Dr. Kelly Barner from the Black Girl Burnout podcast. You do not need to earn your bloom, you just need to root. Expansion doesn't have to be huge, you just need to move. Be good, be cool, and water yourself. Love you, Zound, and see you in the next episode. Oh, and don't forget, plant a seed, be a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time in the garden. Love you, bye.